We have a fascinating journey to go on today. We're going to go on a journey into the Elbe Valley in search through history to explore the possible answers to the question why this region holds the biggest support for neo-Nazi groups. One of the biggest groups in the region is called the Elbland Revolte, basically meaning the Elbland Revolutionaries, taking their name from the valley that lies before us here and the river that runs through it, the Elbe River. So what is it in particular about the history and the environment here that provides such a fertile soil for neo-Nazism to flourish to any much higher degree than in any other region in Germany? Well, that is what we're about to explore today. So join me on a journey through the Elbe Valley. That communism was the best thing since sliced bread.
Hast du Instagram, YouTube? Du gehst nach Dänemark und hast dir schön deine eigene. Den Lacoste-T-Shirts hier, wer kann denn sowas tragen? Guck mal, diese Polohemden, ja, das können doch nur Dänen tragen.
Ihr habt keine Berge. Ihr habt keine Städte.
Ja,
Nein.
Ihr habt kein Bier.
Ja. Es ist von Nazi.
Oh, look at that! There's a ladder! And here it is, in all its might and glory. The Elbe Valley, with the river in the background there and the bridge. We're in the town called Pirna, because here, as you probably saw before, I'm at a castle with a very dark history, a history that ties back to the actual original Nazis. For you see, the castle behind me here plays one of the most integral parts to the origin story of the Holocaust and the murder of about 6 million Jews during the Second World War by the Nazi regime. Because in the early years of the war, between 1940 and 1941, before Hitler really got on his rolling streak, in here the Nazis performed what they called race cleansing. This entails a program where they basically captured Germans with illnesses, disabilities, mental illnesses, psychiatric illnesses, and so forth, to clean the race. In the beginning of this race cleansing experiment, they would simply just inject the patients with a injection that would basically kill them. But as you can imagine, that wouldn't be feasible for a matter of Jews. So ultimately, one of the scientists here came up with the idea of let's try and put them all into group showers and gas them. Hitler was astounded by the success of this program, and thus the base for how to perform the Holocaust was born. All right here in 6 castles around Germany, or 6 sites around Germany, this one castle here being one of them. Today it is basically a city council house, but in those days this was a psychiatry hospital that ultimately was here to cleanse the race and killed, in this very place, about 14,000 Germans is expected, or is estimated to have been killed in this program, and around 70 to 80,000 in all 6 of these facilities in Germany. The program officially ended in 1941, but unofficially the program kept going throughout the end of the Nazi regime, killing even more hundreds of thousands of Germans with disabilities, mental illnesses, and so on, Down syndrome, these sort of illnesses. Hitler wouldn't want that sort of stain on his race. Now this is interesting. I just found a history plaque of the history of the castle here, where you can see it used to belong to the Kingdom of Bohemia, what is now modern-day Czech Republic. But if you come here to 1939, the beginning of the Second World War, it says sanitarium closes. It doesn't say anything about what actually happened here on this plaque. It doesn't say that this was a Nazi camp to cleanse the race. And then from 77 to 1990, during the Eastern German regime, during the German Democratic Republic, it says District for Rehabilitation Center for Children and Adolescents. Now, if you know anything about East Germany and communist regimes, a rehabilitation center for children and adolescents usually meant a place where rebellious, non-conforming comrades would be sent to have reshaped their mind back to be programmed to think that communism was the best thing since sliced bread. Let's keep going on our journey into the Elbe Valley. Now, before we move on any further, I just thought I would show you the city center of this beautiful little town, Pirna. Up there in the background you have the castle looming large over the city. And here we have the city center square. Beautiful, isn't it? The old city council, Rathaus as they're called. I think that might actually be the courthouse, an old courthouse here with the lions, beautiful signals, beautiful spire. There's the old Stadthaus, the old city council. I don't know if it still functions as a city council by the looks of it. You can see the more eastern roots to Eastern Germany, like the fact that it has been part of Czech Republic sometimes, this area of Germany back in history. Check it out here again, these beautiful buildings, these roofs up here, almost like alpine houses. It is stunning, definitely worth a visit. And here we have it, in its own high majesty, the Elbe River from the bottom of the valley, looking into the valley. That is the way that we will ultimately head today. But before we do so, we're going to take a little detour to a place where I believe some of the answers to the questions that we're exploring in this video lies. Absolutely stunning. Imagine living over there. Seems to be some sort of little ferry, that boat that lies on the other side can sort of take you over across if you live on that side of the town. Beautiful place to live in it. So we have arrived to Freital. Check it out, the main train station up here, and this fountain here depicting what the history of this town is. Winemakers, women and men dancing, having a party, classical music right there, and what seems to be a mining worker. So an old mining town. We were driving through a beautiful valley with rocks, as you can imagine. The men back in the day would have been mining in this town back in the East German times, and before that as well, most likely for brown coal to fuel the trains here. How are you? That lad was wearing a Dynamo Dresden shirt, the local team. Oh damn, it's starting to rain now. Anyways, let's not get bogged down with the rain. Let's go explore what Freital has to offer. And look at this progressive fountain. If this is what life was like in old East Germany, just sitting at the river with your woman, with her melons out, washing your head, washing your body down, then East Germany might have been something for me. Now, an interesting fact about life in Eastern Germany is that you had these valleys like you see here. We've got the river. This is not the Elbe River. This is a side river to the Elbe, the main river that we were at when we started the video. The area around Dresden and all these valleys here were called the Valley of the Clueless. The Germans called it the Valley of the Clueless. This name basically refers to the fact that people living around Dresden and in all these valleys were clueless to the fact that they could watch Western television and Western radio. They could listen to the Western radio as you could in all of the rest of Eastern Germany back in those times. By only watching GDR TV, they were only exposed to propaganda from the East German government at the time. Contrary to what you might think, that this would lead to people just completely buying into the propaganda, this actually led to the population in these valleys of the Clueless to become even more defiant against the state itself. The legend goes, or the most popular theory goes, that because they couldn't see Western TV, they were only relying on the mouth-to-mouth anecdotal evidence from their friends and family that had the luxury to travel onwards into West Germany. And those stories of how great it was in West Germany, the luxuries that West Germany afforded you, spread into these valleys only through the word of mouth, not through watching television, which would have shown also the bad sides of West Germany. And therefore, people in this region of the Valley of the Clueless became more defiant, more raging against the machine than in the rest of East Germany. Something that we can relate to modern day history, where this region is also a region that has more of a skepticism towards the central government in Berlin, which is evident in the voter statistics and the support for parties like AfD here in this region. I tell you what, there's not much happening here in old Freital. But look, here we found the old gas factory. And look up there what we have. The hammer and the sickle, or not the hammer and the sickle, just two hammers crossed over. A pure, proper sign to the communist past. And across the street from the gas plant, we have the Spiel, which is basically like a pub here in Germany. And since there's not much happening here, I'm thinking, why don't we go and see if we can find a beer in here? Are you open? Open, yeah. Can I have a beer? You're not working here? No. Ah, okay. Where's the owner? I'm Sebastian, by the way. Nice to meet you. Einmal Bier, bitte. Was haben Sie? Which one is the best one? Which one are you drinking?
I'm Hefe.
I'll try this one. Are you from here?
No.
No. Whereabouts are you from?
Karlsruhe.
Ah, okay. Are you on holiday?
No, I'm living here.
What brought you here?
Woman.
Women. Ah. How is life here?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Cheers. Nice to meet you. So that's life here. Sitting in a pub. This is a German pub. Check it out. We've got a little deer head up there. All these crates around. A little music, and you're gambling. That's the name, the Spielhalle, where you can go and win or lose your month's salary. And the lads are just sitting there, having a few beers and a few cigs. And what is your opinion about this area? Has a reputation for having quite a lot of neo-Nazi people.
Nazi?
Yeah. No? Only small. It's no problem. No, okay.
Dresden, a little bit people,
Okay.
many people, but
Because many people say if you go to this area, there's going to be issues if you're maybe a black person or something.
no. Here,
But I see,
in the pub, no black people.
I see a lot of in this pub. No black people come. No, but there's no many black people in Freital.
No.
Anyways, how old are you guys?
Oh, ich bin Multikulturell.
Wie alt du bist? Wie alt?
So, 49.
49.
I wanted, and these guys are from here, right? Do they? Can you ask them? Do they remember how it was in the East German, in DDR?
Oh, Alter.
Do they remember?
Bitte? Was jetzt anders ist? Von der DDR zu jetzt. Remember hat er gesagt. Von
Vollkommen anders.
All changes.
Anders.
Total different.
Dieses wie China
Mhm.
und dieses wie USA.
Okay.
So, also
And how do you remember DDR? Was it good or was it bad or was it so-so? Uh-huh.
keine Milliardäre,
Mhm.
keine Armut.
Okay.
Egal ob deine Papa Butcher
Boccia, yeah?
oder Industrieller war.
Mhm.
Nicht so viel.
Nicht so viel. Distanz.
Nicht so viel. Früher mehr sozial.
Mehr sozial.
Eine Kolonne, eine Gruppe. Egal, Fußballspiel. Heute Kapitalismus.
Und
mehr.
heute better oder früher better?
Das ist das war auch eine faschistoide Sache. Also keine Demokratie.
No.
Und wenn du nicht sagen kannst, was du denkst, not better.
Friendship was better.
Friendship was better. Okay. Because people were more equal.
School zum Beispiel, better.
School?
War besser. Viel. Keine Unterschiede. Wenn du hast, kannst du wissen.
Okay.
Wenn du dumm bist, egal wo.
Okay.
Aber wenn heute nichts so,
Ja.
aber heute spielt es ja keine Rolle mehr. Heute machst du Instagram, YouTube
Aha.
und 100.000 und wer braucht Bäcker, Dachdecker,
Aha.
Butcher? Niemand mehr.
Butcher not working anymore. Okay.
Und was macht denn Däne hier? Du bist. Guckt euch mal den hübschen Kerl an.
Harlan?
Du nimmst hier kein Sachsen. Sachsen. Nein.
Saxon.
Sachsen.
Sachsen.
Was ist Sachsen?
A woman.
Sachse.
Aha.
Sachsen.
Ah.
A woman. A woman.
The local woman.
Nein, nein. Du gehst nach Dänemark und holst dir schön deine eigene.
Okay.
Leute, die kommen
I understand.
in kleinen Lacoste-T-Shirts hier. Wer kann denn sowas tragen? Wer kann denn
Können
sowas
viele tragen. Ich habe auch ein Lacoste-T-Shirt.
Aber das ist so. Guck
Außerdem
mal,
ist es kein
guck
Lacoste.
dir's mal, ist doch egal, aber guck dir mal diese Polehemden. Ja, das können doch nur Dänen tragen.
Naja.
Und Dänen lügen nicht. Nur damit.
So Habibi, tell me.
Ich rede mit dir, mein lieber Habibi. Was?
How do
Guckt, ja. Jetzt guckt euch das mal an hier. Hier,
Habibi
das
Hansen.
ist ein Business-Studio hier. Und das ist nie in Dänemark erfunden.
So how do you know Olsenbanden?
Ja, das sind
Oh,
eure
das ist
Helden.
Ihr habt keine Berge. Ihr habt keine Städte.
Nein,
Ihr habt kein Bier.
kein Bier.
Aber ihr habt die Olsenbande.
Olsenbande. Ja. Und in DDR Olsenbande ist
Das ist doch euer.
sehr populär.
Nie popular, das waren unsere Helden.
Unser Helden.
Ein kleiner Mann mit Melone,
Aha.
ein dicker mit einer Arzttasche und einer, der zu kurze Hosen und ein kariertes Shirt hat. Das sagt doch alles, das haben wir geliebt. Deswegen seid ihr Dänen
Ja.
für uns die Lieblinge. Ihr könnt uns überrollen. Wenn ihr
Wir haben einen Plan.
wie viel? Naja, aber wie viel?
So Kevin here has been so nice to buy me a beer. That is German hospitality for you. Habibi Hansen.
Habibi Hansen, bist du? Habibi Danilo. Lass es dir gut gehen.
Fantastisch
Viel Spaß noch dabei.
lernen Sie kennen.
Es ist ein Habibi.
Sehr gut kennen Sie.
Du kennst mich doch. Ist alles gut.
Habibi Hansen.
Mach den weg hier. Hallo, nach Batschanekes oder hier.
Guck mal.
Mach den Rest weg. Das geht nicht. Ich will dich ja schon nehmen.
What a trip that was. What an experience that was. Drinking with the local lads in the German pub. We're outside here. The gas production facility is over there again. We're with Kevin.
Do you drink?
Do I? Another beer. You bring the beers from the pub.
Yes.
A walking beer.
Yes, walking beer.
Halle Röder.
Hasse.
Hasse.
Hasse Röder. Und das SS ist
Ja.
SS von Nazi. Das SS.
So this is a Nazi beer.
It's okay. Just here.
Thank you.
No problem.
We get ourselves a walking beer. When we get to the Elbe Valley, we're going to be drunk. Yeah. Dynamo Dresden. What is it with German people and stickers?
I don't know.
These, what do you call them? So, in Germany, there's lots of this everywhere. All
Everywhere.
cities.
Yes.
Why?
The people here sind, is to people to football
So it's the football culture.
every day. Here, Sachsen, every day.
Okay.
Also,
Football every day. a football brings all these stickers around.
Not tennis, not ice hockey, football.
Just football. So we'll finish our beer here with Kevin, and then we'll head into the Elbe Valley. And as you can see, it has started to absolute piss down with rain. I don't think we're going to make it to the Elbe Valley further in than the Pirna Castle where we started the video today. Oh, thank you so much.
So
Tomorrow?
10:43.
10:43, a slice 9.
9. No problem.
9.
Ja, genau. 9.
Ja.
9, 9.
Absolutely. Thank you very much
No problem.
for your hospitality and for lending me the
No
umbrella.
problem. And tomorrow then this
I'll give you back to you tomorrow.
we sing to Hauptbahnhof.
Absolutely. And there you go. Kevin has lent me his umbrella. What is that for hospitality? How can you just walk into a pub in the middle of Germany, sit down, have a few beers with one another, walk home, and this guy says he's going to meet me tomorrow to show me Dresden city, and he's just going to give me his umbrella. And let me tell you, all we have exchanged in contact details is the train that I'm going to arrive at in Dresden Hauptbahnhof, the main train station of Dresden. No WhatsApp number, no Instagram, no Facebook contact whatsoever. Just simply friendship, human connection, bringing us together. Isn't that beautiful? All right, the weather has cleared for a bit and we have made it in to the heart of the Elbe Valley. Check out the beauty here. Cyclists running along. We have a little castle over there. That is the sound that we're going to, Bad Schandenau. And just a little bit further down, this river runs into Czech Republic, where the Elbe River starts. And those of you who has been to Hamburg up in the north of Germany, this river runs all the way. It's 1,094 kilometers long, crossing all through Germany from this southeasterly corner on the border to Czech Republic, all the way up to Hamburg and going out into the North Sea on the north side of Hamburg. Now, this little boat is going to come across and pick us up so we can head over to the other side and into the little village of Bad Schandau, I think is how I'm pronouncing it. And then I think it's time to find a little bite to eat and maybe just another beer. The other people are queuing up in good German style, standing in a nice line, waiting for people to get off the boat. All right, and there we go. Even the Deutschland ticket works for this little boat here that's going to take us over to the little village of Bad Schandau. Look at the German flag waving beautifully in the wind. It's a wonderful valley here. Right, so we've made it across, but it is absolutely hammering it down with rain again, as you saw from the boat. This is German summer weather for you. Absolutely changing from one moment to the next. And as you can see, it is an absolutely wonderful old little German town that we're talking about. We've got the church over there. It is beautiful, yet the rain once again called up to us. But now I'm a little bit safer in the rain Thanks to Kevin's great umbrella. Now, the plan for now, find something to eat, find a beer, and just look around in this little town a bit. And as I promised, let's get towards the conclusion. Apfelstrudel?
Apfelkuchen.
Apfelkuchen.
Hier ist Mohn,
Mhm.
Quark mit Kokos,
Ja.
Bienenstich, Mandeln, Vanillepudding drinnen.
Okay.
Das ist die klassische Dresdner Eierschecke,
Mhm.
Heidelbeer, Pflaume
Pflaumen.
und Streusel mit Schokopudding.
Schokolade. Okay. Einmal Kirsch,
Kirsch,
bitte. Und diese Käse.
Rumkugel,
Einmal lieber.
eine Rumkugel.
Danke. So, we have gotten ourselves a new plan. Instead of food, like real food, substantial food, because I'm not that hungry. Oh, look at that! There's a larder. I didn't know how well that came across on the camera, but there was a larder. A proper throwback to East Germany, Soviet communist car. We found this little bakery anyways, and we've got ourselves 2 cakes. Ein Romkugel, which is basically a chocolate truffle with rum inside, and a Himbeerkuche, no, Kirschkuche, so cherry cake, basically. Let's have a go, and I've got a coffee on the way. Let's try the Kirschkuche. It looks good. And it is good.
Bitte bezahlen.
Bezahlen
Ja, gleich. Braucht
before. Ah, okay.
ihr Kaffee
Wie viel?
7,44
7,44 Euro. Okay. Okay, and here comes my coffee as well. A massive bowl of black pot coffee, as they call it here. Ah, goes well with a cake. Beautiful way to end this little exploration here. Check this out. Oh yes. We've got a bit of crunch in there as well. And the sour of the cherries goes extremely well as a contrast against the sweet. This is something they do extremely well in Germany. Their food is not the best. It's just sausages and schnitzel basically. But the cakes, oh my god, they know what they're doing when it comes to cakes. And I'm not much of a cake person. Wow. Oh. The crunch, dark chocolate, and a slight aftertaste of rum. Oh yeah. And some proper quality chocolate on top there. Crunches when you bite into it. And they're perfect. We've got chocolate, we've got sweet, and we've got sour from the kirsch, from the cherry, and a coffee to wash down with. Let's finish this and get to the conclusion. So in conclusion to the exploration of answers to the question of why there's so much neo-Nazi support, we can then conclude from today that in fact there is not actually that much neo-Nazism here. Yes, it is the highest amount in any part of Germany, that's undeniable, but mostly it seems like it is mainstream media blowing conservatism out of proportion and blaming it to be neo-Nazism, because there's absolutely a skepticism in this region towards the mass immigration that has happened to Germany over the past 10 years, since 2015 in particular. And this skepticism towards immigration mixed with a longing for the time that once was, a longing for the time when there was many jobs here and equality was higher, when there wasn't so much of a difference between whether you were a butcher or an engineer. As he said in the bar, Habibi Hansi said in the bar, that there wasn't such a high social class system. It was just you were the same whether you were a butcher or whether you were an engineer. A longing for that time that once was, mixed with this skepticism towards immigration, absolutely allows for a fertile ground for a neo-Nazi group to come in and say, hey, hold up, Hermann, I have the answer to your questions. Why you cannot find a job, or why you are poor. This, in my opinion, definitely provides a fertile ground for such a scenario to happen. But mostly it seems like it's just conservatism being blown out of proportion by mainstream media, blaming people to be neo-Nazis or Nazis just because they're skeptical towards the agenda of mass immigration. That's my conclusion from today, and with that, we're gonna head back on the boat towards Dresden. And I will see you in the next video.